Hey, yo, so I had over 100 people tag me and send me this, right? Hey, man. I think y'all right, bro. I think I should definitely do it for my next fight. Y'all know anybody that can make this happen? If you know anybody that can really make something crazy like this happen, even though it doesn't even look real, you feel me? Just hit me up, bro, if you think you can make some shit like this happen. Y'all know I'm crazy enough to pop out anyway with that. So y'all let me know, bro. What y'all think?
Churro, be great every day. Tomorrow's never promised, so let's be ready for Judgment Day. Churro, this life we lead, be the best we can be for ourselves and family. Churro, be great every day. Tomorrow's never promised, so let's be ready for Judgment Day. King Churro, this life we lead, be the best we can be for ourselves and family. Yeah, your way don't ever leave this on of a dream. Even the baddie you're respecting, and you're ever the same. Oh, you ever do this like and will you ever do the hate? Be the best we can be for ourselves and family. Yeah, Churro, be great every day. Tomorrow's never promised, so let's be ready for Judgment Day. Yeah, Churro, this life we lead, be the best we can be for ourselves and family.
If you're anything like me, you're probably a sucker who watched that Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight over the weekend. I had a lot of questions. And my very first question is, how is this white boy from Ohio named El Gallo? Spanish for rooster.
Support for you from everyone in there. Man, I wanted to damn near cry for you guys.
They were louder for you here than they were in Cleveland. They were chanting Gallo.
That's
Gallo,
probably one of the coolest moments in my
Gallo.
career for sure.
You have your own Puerto Rican nickname,
Bro, that's so cool.
Yeah, you do got to get the Gallo tattoo, bro.
I gotta get like a crazy rooster with boxing.
Crazy
right?
rooster.
Yeah,
It's such a cool nickname, dude.
Oh, I see now. It was a bunch of Puerto Ricans who couldn't take a joke.
Last night, I gave a speech. I don't know if you've heard about this. I'm currently under attack. I'm the news. I don't know if you guys know this, but I referenced Puerto Rico, which currently has a landfill problem. All of their landfills are filled to the brim. I guess I'm the only person that knew about this, unfortunately. With that said, I just want to say that I love Puerto Ricans, and they're smart enough to know when they're being used as political fodder. I apologize to absolutely nobody. Not to the Puerto Ricans, not to the whites, not to the blacks, not to the Palestinians, not to the Jews, and not to my own mother, who I made fun of during the set. That's what I do. I go hard, and that's never going to change.
But yet, can make a joke? This is a real El Gallo.
Brian! El
Come back. It's gonna be a movie. Come back to remember.
So I guess this guy wants to be like me that bad. Yo, my dude.
Get your own personality, bro. Like, the name was cool, but now you're going on my Instagram and copying my ideas, and you're getting a little scary, dude. You're getting a little scary now.
Or maybe them Puerto Ricans were saying Gallo as in they want you to fight Brian El Gallo Duran. And then you took it as they're calling you Gallo. They're calling you Gallo, the crazy rooster. El Pollo Loco. That's what you are. You're the El Pollo Loca. I mean, you're... Seriously, y'all. How are we going to watch this fight knowing this guy has fucking these back rules and he's fucking, in his contracts with these fucking fighters?
Had to do a little bit of research and stuff after this Mike Tyson fight. And my big bro, he hit me up, just let me know, due to the contract, Mike Tyson was not allowed to use any type of uppercuts, which made a lot of sense. I know quite a few of us were looking at him like, why is he not moving like he was during training? He didn't hit the signature Mike Tyson, hit him in the side, open him up, then uppercut, knock his ass out. He wasn't doing none of that because it's in the contract. He was not allowed. Also, it had to go the distance. Anything that was 3 rounds or lower, Mike Tyson would get a fraction of the money. So in order for him to get close to the 20 mil or the whole 20 mil, it needed to last at least 7 rounds. It had to go at least 6 rounds. The 7 round to 8 round, that's when you get to 20 mil, which makes a lot of sense. So I know a lot of us like, man, that was a gimmick. Which it was. I mean, I think we all came to that conclusion, but shout out to Mike, 20 mil.
Everything could have been done in the first round, easily. But according to the contract or script, he can't do that. We all know who the promoter is. The promoter's in the ring. This is why you see all the tics Mike was doing with biting the gloves, and his mouthpiece was obviously too tight. He had to hold himself back. He had to remember how and who was paying him. Check this out, right here. Easy. Bop. He would have been done with. Enough said. That's all.
I'm about 1,000% sure that the rest of us Americans are thinking like this.
Jake, you say you want to be a serious boxer and you want to be a contender and be a title holder. When in your career are you going to actually fight a contender in your weight class and not do gimmick fights?
All right, Jake. Go ahead and show us you're not a real man. Deflect the question, Jake.
I think he just called Mike Tyson a gimmick.
Mike Tyson's 58 years old, or will be at the time of the fight, yes.
So
as much as I respect Mike Tyson and his...
What did you just call me again?
He called you a gimmick, Mike. He called you a gimmick. I mean, just like every other American that were watching that fight, we wanted to see you knock the fucking block off this kid. But you didn't. You did all that training. You looked hard. You showed us what we want to see, right? At 58 years old, going on 60, you know what I mean? Like, you're well beyond your prime. You have nothing to prove, but yet you went in there and you showed us that you're training, just as hard as if you were back in your 20s. You were doing it, Mike, and then all of a sudden you get to the fight and you were a gimmick. You were a draw. You brought people's eyes to the screen, and nothing happened.
I didn't call you anything.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
And of course, Jake Paul didn't answer the question, but look at Mike's face. He looks like he realizes he's a gimmick. He's a gimmick fighter. He's a real fighter. We know Mike Tyson, but at this age, he's just a gimmick fighter. He's just a draw. So... And he realized that. Look at his face.
He basically said, I told him, Mike, you're basically 60 years old. And he's like, you honestly think this fucking kid's going to do anything to me? He's not good. He's not going to fucking knock me out. He's not going to do this. And you saw him. He tripped when he was walking down the thing. He had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on. And Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. He made a ton of money. And I know people are mad you stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? And, Mike, this is what Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson shows up, everybody makes money, Jake Paul is, I don't have to tell you guys, you guys know, Mike Tyson is the A+++ side of that thing. And he was right. Jake Paul couldn't do shit to him. So he was right and I was wrong.
Look, y'all, this is just a huge lesson, a life lesson in ego, in, pride. It's like, and deceit. Think about it, guys. Had Mike Tyson, now he's a humble guy. We know he's a humble guy. But his ego got in the way. His pride got in the way, right? Him and Jake Paul, they're friends, right? And but when you let your ego and your pride and your lack of humility, which again, Mike Tyson's very humble, Jake Paul isn't. But when you let all that get in the way, and then we just want to see Mike Tyson knock this guy's block off. At the end of the day, the lesson here is if more people would practice humility, practice not having pride or not letting pride get in their way, not letting their ego get in their way, none of these fights would actually happen.
But now the contract is going to incentivize Mike to lose and give Jake an opportunity to choose himself as a winner. The first stipulation in the contract will punish Tyson for knocking out Jake because he's getting paid on a sliding scale per round. This means that if you were to knock Jake out in the first round, Tyson would be given no money at all. And if you were to knock him out in the second, he would only make a small amount of cash. So for Tyson to make the absolute most amount of money, he needs to survive all 8 rounds, which to a lesser fighter would mean avoid being knocked out, but for him means not knocking Jake out. And here's where it gets even worse. If this goes to a split decision, it massively favors Jake, because the judges have to be approved by Jake. Obviously, they wouldn't want to use language where they say he can choose the judges, but if they need to be approved by Jake, that means he's going to be able to talk to them and make sure they're behaving.
Right? When these little fucking, stage fights don't happen, Jake Paul doesn't get paid. Jake Paul still gets paid, with his, whatever other business ventures he's gotten himself into. He'll get paid. But these little gimmick fights, it won't pay him at all. It's your boy King Churro. Thank you for watching. Remember that you're loved, and remember to be great every day, because tomorrow is never promised. And let's stop these fights. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Peace out, y'all.
Every day you wake up, you got a decision to make. To go right or left, up or down, right or wrong. At the end of the day, you make the decision. Nobody forces you. So make the right decision. Make moves. Set the goal. Stop making excuses, man. And if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, and sound like a duck, it's a duck. Stop guessing. Just do the right thing. You heard? You hear me? I love y'all. Stay positive. Love one another.
All right. I'm the king of this. Come over. We can make it happen. I want you, Alex Pereira.
You want the UFC light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira?
Indeed. I just beat BKFC champions. I beat multiple UFC champions, and he said he wants to box. So Alex Pereira, after Mike Tyson, let's make it happen.
Early this morning, when you knock.
What the fuck for? To stage a fight? To create a contract fucking 5 pages deep of what they can't do? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, what's the fucking point of this shit? Fight in a real fucking fight. Fight for the WBC, the WBO. Fight for that shit. And then come fucking talk to us. Until then, fuck this shit, man.